Hello students, let us continue at 4 scene 1 from line number 293 onwards. In reply to Antonio's speech, Bassanio says, Antonio, I am married to a wife which is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me esteemed above thy life. Esteemed means valued. So you should say that I have married a wife whom I love much as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and the whole world are not valued by me higher than your life. Then he further says, I would lose all, I sacrifice them all. Here to this devil. Devil means over here is referring to Shylock. To deliver you, that means to free you. Portia was standing over there in the disguise as Balthazar, says, your wife would give you a little thanks for that if she were by to hear you make such an offer. Bresciano, who is also over there, doesn't want to be left behind and says, I have a wife whom I protest I love. I would she were in heaven. He says that I wish that she would have died and gone to heaven so she could entreat some divine power. Entreat means request some divine power to change the decision of this curious Jew, this dog-like Jew, Shylock. Nerissa was also over there, disguised as a clerk, says, it's this well you offer it behind her back. The wish would else make an unquiet house. She meant that it is good that you are making this offer when she is absent. Else, it would shatter your domestic peace. Because these people were wishing that, or you can say they were risking their wives' lives. So that's why the reactions were so very serious. Well, the Shylock, listening to this, says, these be the Christian husbands? I have a daughter. Would any of the stock of Barabbas had been her husband rather than a Christian? You see over here that, so this is the character of Christian husbands. I have a daughter and I wish that any man from the race of Barabbas actually they are gang of thieves, criminals, and I was saying that I would wish to get my daughter married to any of the members from the gang of the race of Barabbas rather than marrying to such Christians who are ready to sacrifice their wives. He says that to the court, he says, there is trifle time. I pray thee pursue sentence. He says that we are wasting time. I request to proceed with the judgment. Listen to this. Portia says, a pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. She says that Antonio's flesh, a pound of Antonio's flesh, rightfully belongs to you. The court awards it, and the law allows it to you. Listening to this, Shylock becomes very happy and says, most rightful judge, that is, most honest judge. Then Portia says, and you must cut this flesh from his breast. Of his breast, the law allows it, and the court awards it. She will say that, and you must cut this flesh from off his chest. This is permitted by the law, and the decision of the court is that you must have it. Again, Shylock gets happy and says, most learned judge, a sentence come prepare. It's like that you're the most learned judge. It's a very sound judgment. Come on, Antonio, get ready. So as he was going to stab Antonio, Portia shouts and says, tarry a little, that means wait a little, wait a moment. There is something else. This bond that give thee here no jot of blood, that is, no drop of blood has been given to you or awarded to you as per as the bond. The words expressly are a bond of flesh. And take thy bond, take thou thy bond of flesh. But in cutting it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are but the laws of Venice confiscate upon the state of Venice. So you mean to see away that you may take your penalty, you may take your pound of flesh, but with the cutting this flesh, you shed even a single drop of Christian blood, your lands and your goods will be impounded, that is seized, will be seized by the state of Venice. This is what goes according to Venetian law. Cristiano, listening to this, gets overjoyed and says, "O upright judge, mark you a learned judge." Charles says, is that the law? He is absolutely shocked. Portia says, thyself shall see the act, for thou urgest justice, be assured thou shalt see justice more than thou desirest. He means to say that, for as you have insisted upon justice, you may be confident and sure that you will get justice even more than you demanded. So we will continue further in the next video. Thank you.